everybody wants, SMEs, a large business, the bottom line is success. And no human being, right from his first breath to the last, wants to be a failure. And somebody very rightly said that I don't know how one can be successful, but I do know how you can be assured of failure. He said, if you want to be a failure, try to please everybody. Customer relationship management, loyalty programs, maintaining the workforce, and all these things doesn't mean, even emotional intelligence doesn't mean that you have to keep everybody happy. That is the baseline, because emotional intelligence is the most misunderstood subject. It is ultimately the control of rational thinking over the emotions. And that is why what is important is the rational thinking. Moreover, in the Western countries, for more than 70, 80 years or a century, emotional intelligence has been, or the service sector, which is ultimately related more and efficiently to the service sector, this service sector importance had been appreciated. In case of India, it was only after 1980s or so that we slowly started appreciating the contribution of service in the overall GDP or economy. Now, regarding this service, particularly the success, success means, even Henry Ford, he said, that success comes from right decisions. Right decision comes from experience, and experience comes from failures. If A comes from B, and B comes from C, and C comes from D, it means that A comes from D. So success comes from failure. The glaring example, as you all know, is of Edison, who failed 9,999 times just to produce one electric bulb, and what we are today is because of his contribution to science, physics, and the theory of light. When he was asked by a reporter that what do you think of your failures for 9,999 times, he replied immediately, my dear friend, you have misunderstood the whole fact. That I have not failed for 9,999 times. I have learned how a bulb cannot be made in 9,999 ways. It was the learning from the failure. And exactly what Henry Ford said, that failure brings success, means if you go on learning from the failure, getting more and more experience, ultimately you will end up in success. Now, the basic thing is, of course, success varies from person to person, his ability, his thoughts, his objectives, his targets of life, and so on. And in every sphere of life, social relationship, business success, in terms of good jobs, achievements in career, political career, economic performance, all this way, there are parameters or there are objectives of success, and in each case, the success needs different qualities, different traits, different approach. And so there is no one formula which can bring everybody the same success. That is why, if you put all your efforts, Stephen Covey said that if you are climbing a ladder to reach to a certain point, and if you reach there and you don't find that, or you find that you have reached the wrong place, then it is not the fault of the ladder, but the fault of your decision that you have put the ladder on the wrong wall. And so, whenever no decision, when you have a direction, if you put your efforts in right direction, then you are actually heading for success. The second thing is that you need to be able to say no. The important thing is, in life, there are a lot of distractions. In our achievement of goal, the objectives in meeting with the sales, there are often times when you need to say no to the people and situations. And the glaring example, as you know, or the ability to say no rather, is the way by which you can avoid wrong decisions. The thing is that in life you are faced with two things. There are problems which require your urgent attention. There are problems which are very important for you to be attempted or to tackle. What will you do? No, it is easy to say, and most of you probably know that something that is very important is preferable to something that is more urgent, and definitely more preferable to something that is not important and not urgent. But it is easy to say. The thing comes here is your discretion or your decision. Now, what you think, out of two situations, if you feel that situation one is very important and situation two is less important, here comes your discretion. To say no to the second situation, say yes to the first one. Here, yes, I was going to quote Sardar Patel, because while he was defending his client in the courtroom, he got a message, a telegram, put it in his pocket, pleaded for his client, and at the end, when the magistrate asked what was it, he gave that message to him, which said, your wife is dead. He had a preference, he had a choice. He could have lived, the judge would have adjourned the hearing. No, in this situation, he said, the judge himself said that I would have adjourned if you had asked me, or if you had requested me. But he said that my client's defense, my wife was gone. Nothing could be done more than crying. There would be emotional outbursts, but nothing could be done to save her or to revive her. But in case of my client, I could do something to defend him effectively and bring him out of that trap or situation. Here, the discretion plays very important role. And that is why it is easy to say that the most important thing should be chosen first, but it is very difficult to do. And that is one thing that you need to practice. Second thing is persistence. Ray Kroc said, of McDonald's, that the most important thing in life, in order to be successful, is the persistence. Be after what you want to achieve. Be after the goal that you have decided. He said that talent brings success. He said no. There are a lot of talented people just wasting the time and roaming here and there and doing nothing. Genius, the genius, the poor genius or genius, like great film directors, and means those who have failed, they were sleeping on the platforms on railway station. Great geniuses have failed only because they could not pursue their goals. So genius does not bring success, neither talent. Education, educated derelicts are a very common proverb. So education also not. The only thing that brings success is perseverance and perseverance. So saying no in the right situation, having discretion to decide what is very important and to attend rather than what is urgent, or allowing things to proceed towards being urgent. And third thing is the persistence. So The persistence is one value which everybody has said can bring success. Lastly, I would say that if success, the objective of success is to be happy, naturally we would like to be successful in order to be happy. And if happiness is the objective, then your defining of success has to be very careful. Because when you target, when you place an objective, we all know about this. No, the objective is smart objectives and all those things. That is how we target our situations, particularly if we are in business, how we target our sales progress and how we target our market contribution, or how we occupy the highest or second position in the market shares and everything. Now, when we target, then the target has to be smart, that is realistic, achievable, time-bound, and all those things. And the targeting looks to be very simple. But are we defining it in a way, in a very clear, precise, and understandable way, whether our target is legally sound, whether it is ethical, whether it is environmental friendly or not. All these things will define whether our targeting is right or wrong. And after doing that, we will definitely get happiness if we achieve those targets out of the success. That is, success means achieving the right target, and that will bring happiness. The expert, Miss Donna, or Dr. Donna, who is the biologist, particularly, she is the neurobiologist, psychologist, who discovered, in terms of happiness I'm telling you, who discovered a center in the brain, and she termed that center as God center. And it was not a funny statement or a joke. What she said, that if that center is stimulated, then you get the real happiness. Then you get the real happiness out of achieving your target. Then you feel that you are successful, otherwise not. And she said, and here, East meets West. It is her statement that Eastern people, in Eastern people, there is a lot of poverty, lot of health problems, lot of problems of hygiene, but they are spiritually very advanced. That sustains that generation, Eastern generation. In Western society, materialistic pleasures are immeasurable. People are very happy materially. They have all material services and goods at their disposal to enjoy life, but still they don't feel they are successful. And she actually put one graph, X and Y axis. One was spiritualism, other was materialism, and at 45 degrees angle, straight. On that line, she said, it is somewhere on this line that this God point exists, that nirvana exists, that self-actualization in terms of Maslow exists. And it is at this junction where you have equal contribution of spiritualism and materialism, where you find the real happiness out of success, and the real value of success. Thank you.